All right, 8th grade math. Here's lesson 26, solving area and perimeter problems. All right, 8th grade math, solving area and perimeter problems. We have a reminder. It says to change a smaller measuring unit such as inches to a larger unit such as feet, divide. To change a large measuring unit such as feet to a smaller one such as inches, multiply. So remember that 12 inches equals 1 foot, 3 feet equals 1 yard, 36 inches equals a yard, and that there's 144 square inches in 1 square foot. There are 9 square feet in 1 square yard. So as we are solving this area and perimeter problems, Jaconda wants carpeting for her room, which measures 10 feet by 12 feet. Carpeting is sold by the square yard. How many yards of carpeting does she need? This problem can be solved in 2 steps. First, find the area of the room. And if you remember, area equals length times width. So we're going to take 10 times 12 and get 120 square feet. Remember that you can also write it as feet squared. Now, it says to then change the square feet to square yards. Since 1 square yard is the same as 9 square feet, and since square feet are smaller than square yards, you divide 120 divided by 9. So if you take 120 and divide by 9, you get 13 1/3 square yards. Or if you did it on your calculator, you'd end up with 13.333, and it repeats. So we would write that as 13.3 repeating square yards. And remember, you could write that as yards squared. All right. So now it says Jaconda also wants a wallpaper border all around her room where the ceiling meets the wall. The border costs $5.20 a foot. How much will the border cost? It says to find the cost, first find out how much she needs. You need to find the perimeter of the room. Now, since we're doing like a square or rectangle, any four-sided figure, when you are finding the perimeter of something, it is 2L plus 2W. Or you can say, I'm going to add all sides together. So if you look at your room, it's a 10 by 12 by 10 by 12. So it's 2 times 12 and 2 times 10, or 24 plus 20, which is 44 feet. It says then multiply by $5.20 to find the cost. So she took $5.20 times 44 and got $228.80. So the border is going to cost you $228.80. Make sure you got some stuff highlighted, underlined, or whatever before going on to the next page. All right, for a guided practice, it says, how many feet of fence will be needed to go around a garden that measures 20 by 30 feet? Well, I like to start off by drawing a picture. So here's my garden, and I know it's a 20 by 30. Now, I got to think, is a fence going to go around or is it going to fill in? Well, a fence is just going to go around the garden. So that means I'm going to find the perimeter. And its perimeter equals 2L plus 2W because it's a square or four-sided figure. So if I take 2 times 30 plus 2 times 20, that is a 40 plus 60, which equals 100. So this equals 100 yards. It says, then change the yards to feet. Multiply the answer in part A by 3. So I'm going to take my 100 yards. I'm going to multiply by 3, and I'm going to get 300 feet. So it needs 300 feet of fence to go around my garden. All right. Now, when you come down to, make sure you get all that copied down before going on. You can pause the video at any time. When you come down here on your exercises, okay, you're going to do it, and it's going to be, I mean, if it was me, I would draw a picture, do whatever I need to do in order to get this done. So I'm going to look at problem number 2. It says the final flooring that Charel once cost $18.25 per square yard. How much will Charel pay to cover a kitchen floor that is 3 yards long by 2 yards wide? So if I draw my picture, this is a 2 by 3. Okay. So, and if I'm putting flooring down, that means I'm going to find the area. So area equals 2 times 3, which equals 6 yards. Okay. And I know that it costs $18.25 per square yard. So this is 6 square yards. Squared. All right. I'm going to multiply that by $18.25. And when I do that multiplication, I get $109.50. Make sure I can tell that's a decimal point. So $109.50 is what it's going to cost. You have 5 problems that you have to go through and figure out if it's finding the perimeter, finding the area, converting from a larger measure to a smaller measure, a smaller to a larger, whatever you need to do in order to figure that out. So you'll need to finish problems 4 through 7. On the application, we're going to mark out, because you're not going to have a small group to work in. So we're going to mark this out. Not the whole problem, just that part. And it says, suppose you have 100 feet of fencing. List all the different rectangles that you can make from this fencing. We just did this in one of our key math assignments. Which of these rectangles would give you the largest area? Now remember, area equals length times width. And you need to make sure that you show this like below here, somewhere on the paper, how many rectangles you do. Okay, so you need to finish the rest of the assignment. Don't forget to submit to me through Canvas. Good luck and have fun.